Hello and welcome to another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. I'm Wayne Highlander, Director of Sales for Bona Adhesives.
I'm Rob Johnson from the Bona Training.
How are you, Rob?
Pretty good. So what do we
Good stuff.
got for used clothes today? Underwear, t-shirt,
No, this is
shirt.
I paid retail for this shirt.
This is new stuff.
Well, it actually is fairly new. I had to go golfing with some guys, and I get there and then in a really fancy golf course. I guess they said you had to wear a collared shirt. So yeah, I didn't, and I was the only one that didn't know that. I don't golf. Gosh, I hate to golf.
How, how did you golf?
Oh, I don't take score, man. I pick up my ball after 5 hits or so. Yeah, part of my problem, it took me a long time to realize this. I'm so muscular across my shoulders and chest that it's hard for me to get the swing around to the ball. No one's ever said, I've self-diagnosed it, that's what it is. By the time I get my shoulders and everything and my back and chest across the ball,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just I'm not made
Y-
for it.
You're one of those guys that is too strong for the game. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Too strong for the game. Yep, I get it.
But I
Absolutely.
will I will say though, this shirt is not as comfortable as it used to be. I thought I was going to be skinny, Rob. 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I started lifting weights and losing weight and everything and going to the gym. And I thought I left the camp, the fat camp, and I, to be quite honest with you, was kind of looking down my nose at you all. Um, but
Oh, we're starting out with a fat joke. That
well,
that's a
no,
second bell, and we're not even into this for.
well, hang on a
This is
second.
under a minute.
I'm
This is
I'm
under a
back.
minute.
I'm back. I'm back.
You're
Yeah, all the clothes I thought I'd be able to wear, but no, no more. Yeah, all my
So
shirts
you're
don't fit
just
anymore.
back to your natural self. That's what it is.
There you
And
go.
that's what
Yes.
you have a problem with.
I don't know if I have a problem with it. I guess I do because I'm trying to lose weight, but yeah, I gotta get my act together again because everything is
I'm glad we got this on
well,
tape. That
little
way I
bit
can
on.
go right to HR
Hey, I put
with
myself in the
my
same camp as you.
hurt feelings. I
Yeah, you shouldn't have any feelings.
I didn't ask you what camp I
Hey,
was in. You were
you
just kind
didn't.
of told
I,
me.
you, hey, there's nothing wrong with us being in this camp.
That's what do you that's four.
Okay.
That's four times in 2 minutes. You're on a roll.
Yeah, I haven't even started on your hoodie there.
He's
So
this is my John Fetterman look.
I was gonna say, yeah. All
Senator
right.
Fetterman.
You know something. I've been going through my pictures and notes and stuff and a bunch of stuff, and I came across my. I remember I told you I had the notebook that Stan says.
Stan says,
I
yes.
just want to read a few of these notes. Now, keep in mind these notes are from probably 1979. Okay. And it cracks me up reading, and it actually it's hard for me to read because I wrote it in if you can see this or not, I wrote it in shorthand or whatever,
Looks
cursive
like
writing, whatever.
hieroglyphics there.
Yeah. Okay, here I'm just gonna read a few of the things that I said. This is in 1979, now keep in mind, okay? And now keep in mind, I'm learning everything I know from this guy.
Wait a minute. It's 1979.
Yeah, 1979 to
How
80,
old are you in 1979?
19,
You're 19 years old.
a young 19.
All 19 is young. You don't have to say young.
Hey, easy.
All right. So you're 19. Let's hear what Wayne thought of
Okay.
himself at
On a
19.
on a, on a white hang on a minute. On a white stained floor, Stan says, stir the stain well first to shake up all the paint, or excuse me, all the pigments that grab the floor. Okay. Don't buff the floor, and I put an exclamation mark after that. Just 80 grit the floor and change the paper often. Then hand sand like you usually do. Then vacuum the stain first. Wait a minute, vacuum the stain. Yeah. Then vacuum the stain. No. Then vacuum the stain just like you would usually do. Take a 4 foot section and wipe off like you usually do. Oh, okay. Sorry. Vacuum then stain like you usually do. Take a 4 foot section and then wipe off like you usually do. No difference. Wait 1 day, then shellac the floor,
Shellac.
and then put polyurethane over that. Okay.
White stain, shellac, and poly.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Then if you want to put on another coat the next day, or wait the next day, and after that, I put in an exclamation mark. I put easy exclamation mark
Easy.
exclamation mark. Yeah. Um, for putty, just use DAP linseed oil and a dab of chrome yellow. Okay.
Chrome yellow.
Yeah. And then woodline white, shellac, and so and so, and poly is fine. It is not much. It is not white enough. If it's not white enough, go back the next day and stain again. Same procedure. It will be whiter now. Isn't that funny?
That has got to be some of the most serious things a 19-year-old has ever made a note of.
I'm telling you. All right. So next page, and I'll go quick. Always sand the borders first. This is a different topic. Always sands the borders first. If the machine crosses over the grain, go over about 12 inches or so. So when you pass over the field, it will cover your cross grain. Sand slowly as to get it all down. Make sure you set nails, exclamation mark, or it leaves scratches in the floor, especially before the finish pass. Very important. When you go cross grain into the field, hold up the drum a little bit so it doesn't get a full cut. All right. Again, remember 1979. What are we now? 2024, right? So a long time ago. All right. This one
That's 46 years ago.
yeah. Okay, this was that cracks me up. Stan says the scratches on the drum. Now he's not talking about the sandpaper, he's talking about the drum itself, right?
The rubber on the drum. Yes.
Yeah. Stan says the scratches on the now. I'm going to mention a manufacturer here or a company here. All right. And I don't know if they're still in business or not, but this business repaired machines. Okay. So let's
Okay.
just call them ABC Machine Company. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
All right. That's
Yeah.
not their name, but okay.
We get it.
Yeah. Stan says the scratches on the drum won't make any difference in the way it sands once the sandpaper is on. So the guy at ABC Machines is full of oh,
So
oh,
you would go home at night and write all these notes down, or
a
were you
lot of
doing
time,
it during
a
the
lot,
day?
a lot of times on the drive home. Well, he drove, and so at night or else when he was driving. Hallway John spun the 12 foot by 3 foot hallway first, then I went over it with 100 cross grain with machine, then buff with 80 grit screen, and looked beautiful. Okay, I'm getting to the end here. Stan isn't too concerned on old houses about moisture. For instance, he has never used the 4 mil polyethylene poly process with low spots, and he sometimes uses brick mortar, but you need to let it dry out for a day or so. I don't know what the hell that's all about. But in a hurry, use Goupon, which was a wood filler. It is lacquer thinner based and dries out nice. As long as old mastic is flattened down, it won't hurt anything to lay over top of it. Okay. And then here's what I put here. This is the very first note on the inside of this book. Floor investment. Sander and spinner. At that time, I called it the spinner, the edger. I didn't know the spinner. He goes, you used to go spin that closet, spin that hallway, spin the stairs, whatever. So floor
A lot
investment.
of old timers called it a spinner.
Yeah. Floor investment. Sander and the spinner, $2,200. Paper, $228. stains $60, advertising $15. Who the hell I was advertising for $15? I was putting in some kind of classified magazine. Brushes, $80. Now the brushes were the 6-inch brushes, right? The total investment for hardwood floors, $2,583.
Was this so you could go on your own?
Just so I go on my own, yeah. Isn't that something?
That is something. That's
That's
a lot of notes. Did you ever go back and look at those notes? I don't
oh
mean now.
yes,
I
oh
mean
I
back when you were 20.
absolutely. And the notes were like, I mean, it was like, an inch and a half thick of notes, of all kinds of stuff, of installing stuff and all kinds of different notes. So yeah, I mean, I didn't have any there was no NWFA at the time training. There was nowhere to get any training. I remember when the first NWFA magazines came out. This before Wood Floor Business magazines and all that. When the NWFA first magazine first came out, the first one I ever saw was at a distributor, and I seen it on the counter, and I was, oh my god, I can't believe this! Something dedicated just to hardwood floors. And then when I started getting them, like it was like, Christmas every time one of them came in. You would scour page the front to back, all the pages and all the information on them. It was like heaven to get it. And now at their fingertips, that you can get them digital, you get them online. You know what I mean? Like I had a collection. I'm sure a lot of floor guys did. I had a collection. Like I've been every single month I had for years and years. I had every one of them. It's like, that I could refer back to them if I want to see something, or I'd go back and look at the old floor of the years for inspiration and that kind of stuff. And now there's training everywhere. There's NWFA. There's all kinds of different manufacturers training and stuff like that. And but back then, I had one source. I had Stan, and thank God for him. I loved the guy. He was fantastic. So I'm not goofing on him. It's just that what we knew at the time. Wonderful human being. But that's all. That's all the knowledge I had. No other floor guy would ever talk to you. I could never feel like I could go to a floor guy at a distributor and go, hey, I'm having trouble with chatter marks. What do you think I need to do? I never felt like that was a possibility. You know what I mean? If you had a problem, you just had to figure it out and deal with it. And look where we are today. You have a guy could be at a job site, pose a question, and in 5 minutes from all across the country, across the different continents, you'll have answers on solutions and what I would do, this, that, and the other.
Everybody, yeah, it's a different world. Everybody wants to help everybody. It's crazy. It's nice stuff.
So when you see old timers that say, or they say, oh, he doesn't help anybody, he doesn't want to help anybody, that was the mindset. And that's the way it was. I mean, and so when I started doing floors and I started learning, I was like the same type of guy for the first, I don't know, probably 7, 8 years. And then I started meeting people that were more generous with their information. Then I thought, what the hell am I doing? You know what I mean? Why wouldn't I help somebody out and share information with somebody? So I don't know. I thought that was a kind of a fun looking back.
Yeah. Hopefully people are still listening. I wouldn't worry about it though. Just listening to you try to read was
Yeah,
painful.
I know, but in my notes, who writes in cursive anymore? I don't even know if they teach it anymore in schools.
I don't think they do.
Wow, that's crazy. Hmm.
Um, well, it's the worst day of the year for you, isn't it? Or was it yesterday? The
Why?
worst possible day for Highlander.
What was that?
The Hardwood magazine came out with their 40 under 40.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep, sure did.
Yep.
Congratulations to all the 40 under 40s.
And once
Yeah,
again, Wayne Highlander was a no-show.
I still looked. I still looked to see if my name was on the magazine. I, I was
Can't they give you an honorable mention?
you know what?
At
You
the
know
end of the
why?
40, at the 40, they should say, hey, we didn't have a chance. We weren't doing this back in 19, oh,
Be
I don't know,
2000.
90.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1990 when you were 40,
Hmm.
still under 40, right?
Yeah.
1989. No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Well, yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
2000.
right.
2000. I was born in
And
60.
they should just kind of give you a shout out and go, hey, but Highlander would have been
I keep hint.
probably on the very first wave of 40 under 40.
I keep um I keep hinting to Brett Miller when I see him. You know, just buy him a drink here and there. I just kind of float it out there.
Come on, Brett. If you're listening,
For heaven's sakes.
do this
Um,
for the man, will you?
but you know
We
why
don't know how much longer he has.
I look on there to see me because I am the eternal optimist. I remember when I was in school and I was in a science club and I went to this massive, huge science fair. Kids from all over the country, all over the state, rather. And they've been working on these science projects for years and years, like 4 years, some of them. I only took chemistry my senior year. I don't even know why I was taking the class, and I hated the class, whatever. But I was failing the class, and the teacher said the only way you could pass by now is join the science club and turn into some kind of science thing. So I did that, and I did the most hideous, ridiculous science thing you've ever seen in your life. And I went to the state thing with whatever. And as they were calling out the winners, I still had hope out. I still had hope that they were going to call my name when they called the top four winners. Mine was a frying pan in water, is basically what mine was. The Leidenfrost effect. You know when people walk across coals and they don't burn their feet?
Yeah.
I demonstrated that with a frying pan and water. So when they came around with the judges, the 3 or 4 judges, and with their book and everything and their pencils, and they come around, and I'm telling you, some of these things like were college level stuff. Then they got to me, and they said, "So what are you demonstrating here, Wayne?" I said, "I'm demonstrating the Leidenfrost effect." That that's pretty powerful stuff right there. I thought we could just leave it like that, and I would like, yeah, that's pretty good. They said, "Okay,
Hey,
go
well,
ahead."
this kid's the winner, right?
I turned on the Bunsen burner thing, and I had a bottle of water, and I metered it out like I knew exactly, like it took talent to do this. You know what I mean? I like that they're all leaning in closely to see what's going to happen here. It's water on a hot frying pan, and it balled up. So that they all look at me. We're all in there close together. Our faces are on this frying pan. They all look at me and they go, "What's going on here?" And I said, "Again, Leidenfrost effect." And they said, "Well, what's the significance about this?" I said, "Oh, you see people walk across coals and they're able to do it because they have like a layer of sweat on their feet. Leidenfrost effect." Well, thank you very much, son. And for that, I held out hope. I stayed to the end of the ceremony to see if they were going to call my name. So
Well, I am the exact same way. I'm pretty sure I already said this on the show, but at the end of the year, the sales meeting, and they start passing out the awards.
mm, I got
I'm
yours.
always blown away.
Yeah.
They could, hey, this is retail hardware uh, sales guy of the year, and I'm blown away when it's not me.
Something you don't
Or
even do.
when you're announcing your adhesive territory manager of the year
Yeah.
and it's not me, I'm like, what the hell happened there? Or
Then you,
sport guy or whatever. No matter
yeah.
what award
Yep.
that Bona is giving away, retail, pro,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
I'm always shocked. Marketing idea of the year.
Yeah.
That's me. Here we go. That's
I'm
definitely should be me.
I'm same way. Then I watch him walk across. Then I give him a dirty look, and
Right.
then I remember I handed a guy a wallet one time. I said, "Here, why don't you take this too? This isn't yours either. You shouldn't have this either. Why don't you go ahead and just take the wallet?"
You feeling good about that?
Yeah. You don't think that should have been me?
Yeah.
You really?
The best thing I got going for me in my whole life though is Pauline is right there with me. Like,
Oh.
you didn't win retail sales guy of the year. I go, no, no. You believe it? She's like, no. You help everybody. You do everything.
That's fantastic. Yep. Yep. That's fantastic. Well, if you could only have got 50 cents a square foot for all them floors you've been coating in your career, you really would have made her happy.
Oh, I know. I can't believe she stayed with me
Mm.
after that line.
All right.
Hey,
So
we
what?
had two winners though for the 40 under 40. One, you're not one of them. I apologize.
Damn it. Who got mine?
Well, Danny Miller and Bobby Moore. And
Ah,
I
right
was
on.
really pumped when I saw those two names because I worked really close with both of them. When I left sport and went to training, Bobby was in training. So I did a bunch of schools with Bobby. And later, Danny joined the training team. So I've done an amazing amount of schools with Danny. And I tell you, if there isn't two more deserving guys of this award, these are the kind of guys that if you were picking a team to go to battle with, they're your top picks.
Yeah.
Go
Yeah.
to
Both of
work every day,
yeah.
never say just a big smile on their face, always on time, always early, always leaving late, making sure everything is done. You just couldn't pick better guys to work with. Great work ethic, but a great attitude too. You know what I mean? Some guys are really great to work with, but yeah, sometimes it gets a little stress or whatever on them. But these two guys, like I said, they would chew through a concrete wall for you and come out on the other side with a grin on their face.
Yeah.
So I was really, really happy to see. I didn't know too many of the other people, but when somebody gets an award like this and you think, geez, I hope they're really deserving of it, these
Mhm.
two guys really are. I mean, they
Yeah.
are just, I do miss, Bobby went over to the machine world at the company. So I miss working with Bobby, but I did a lot of trainings this year with Danny and, just two guys that are an absolute pleasure to work with. But just really reliable. You know what I mean? Because when you're out of town doing these schools and everything, you got to have somebody that can answer the bell
Yeah.
no matter
Yeah.
what the conditions. We're out of town. We're on the road. It's got to get done. And like I said, these two guys are just phenomenal. So I couldn't be happier for them. It was
Yeah.
well
Both
deserved.
very high character, classy guys, man. And I echo those sentiments, man. Very, very true. And everybody that won the 40 under 40, what an honor, man. Very congratulations, man. We joke around a little bit, but that is really, really a big honor to get that. A lot of ladies on there this year, which is kind of cool to see. So yeah, it's good for the industry. And whenever you see young folks in the industry like that are making a difference, making an impact, it's awesome and great to see. So congrats everybody.
And Brett Miller, if you're listening,
Yes, for heaven's sakes.
maybe it's time to put a footnote at the end of the, you
I've
know,
been I've been good
and
to you,
just
Brett.
yeah, yeah, just throw his name in there.
Yeah,
Okay, it wasn't around. Just
for
doesn't
heaven's
have to
sakes.
be it doesn't have to be a 2-page article.
I don't want to follow through with a lawsuit. I just want a little recognition. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what else, Rob? Christmas time is coming up, and we're past Thanksgiving right now, and then we're on to Christmas. I know this time of year, a lot of guys are trying to get the jobs done. The last few jobs, and this was always a busy time of year for us. Everybody want to get done before Christmas, and everybody that's here, you made it through another year. Congratulations, 2024 under the belt. And I always say, give yourself a pat on the back. One of the toughest jobs in the business that you can do. And on your knees all day doing this work, very physical, very demanding job. And you made it through another year, and I hope it was a good year for you, and hope you get a chance to spend time with your family and everything. So yeah, we always wish everybody a happy holidays and Merry Christmas, and however you celebrate it.
Hey, what happened with that mangy cat?
Her name is Dolly, and she's sleeping on the foot of my bed right now.
So you didn't get rid of her. She's a
No,
keeper.
yeah, yeah.
How many does that make?
5, but 2 of them are really old. So I'm hoping that,
5 cats. How many dogs?
no dogs. The dog died. I told you the dog died, didn't I? Yeah,
You
dog
might
had a
have.
seizure. Yeah, she was 14, and yeah, so
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah.
Hey,
I
somebody was.
I had to
Go
put it
ahead.
down. I had to put it down. That was just tough having to
You
do
should have
that.
called Pauline.
No, I
Oh
had
yeah,
to
Pauline. Pauline has a gift.
really.
Oh yeah, she can put dogs down. She holds them. She talks to them. They give them the injection.
Oh, I didn't.
Nobody can do it like Pauline. I came home from work one week. It was like a Friday, and I was home a little early. And every time I would walk through the door, the dog would always come bouncing, right? Now this dog we had was sick. We
Yeah,
could tell it was sick. And it was like every time we were gonna put it down, the next day we'd wake up and he's a
pepped up.
circus dog, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
he's cooking breakfast, he's doing cartwheels, he's amazing. So I come home from work, I was out of town for the week, and I noticed there's no dog, the dog. So finally I said, "Hey, where's the dog?" And
Yeah.
she looks at me and she goes, "Oh, I forgot to tell you." And I said, "Oh, did you?" So as we're having this conversation, Rebecca comes home from school with one of her little friends because Rebecca wanted to introduce the dog to her little friend.
Oh, wow. That's not good timing.
So we weren't expecting this kid, right? And the kid's mother is with her. And then, it's kind of a little awkward, right? And the mother is like, "Well, yeah, we've been hearing so much about the dog." And then Pauline pulls the woman to the side and said, "Yeah, we just put it to sleep this afternoon." And the mother, without batting an eye, grabs the kid. We gotta go. And
Oh no.
yanks her out of there.
Oh shoot. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so Pauline's good.
Well, yeah, yeah. So what else, Rob? What else you got?
Let's revisit roll guard a little bit. I've Since we did the roll guard show, we have had some feedback on just let's give it a little more clarification. How's that?
Okay.
That's not a
Okay.
bad word for me. Huh?
Yeah, yeah, there you go. Look at you.
There, that I don't think I've ever used that word before.
Ah, trying to get into management.
Look at that.
Um,
Yeah. Oh,
that
that
ship
ship
sailed.
sailed. That ship sailed a long time ago.
I think we talked about the last show that it is vapor retarder and can be used on a wood subfloor, in a concrete subfloor, any wood subfloor. One coat on a wood subfloor, 1/4 inch snap roller protects up to 20% moisture protection. Simply roll out one coat. Now here's the thing though. Um, 'Cause I had a few phone calls where people said, "Oh, it took 2 days to dry." No, it'll never take 2 days to dry. Dries in 2 to 3 hours. But it may still feel tacky. That's where people think, "Oh, maybe it's still not dry." If you've waited 2 to 3 hours, it's good to go. More likely closer to 2 hours. And especially if you put your hand on it, you're not getting any transfer on your hand at all, that it's dry. So it may just feel tacky to you, but don't be alarmed by that whatsoever. Concrete slab, it can protect actually one coat of roll guard, and use our 1500 trowel with flow, and we can give you unlimited moisture protection. So again, 2 ways to get you the unlimited moisture protection. One, you can use a 1/4 by 1/4 trowel, and just on its own, and we'll give you unlimited. Or you can use the roll guard and a 1500 trowel. So some people say, well, if I can just use a 1/4 by 1/4 trowel, why would I even use a roll guard? Well, a couple things. One is sometimes people don't like a lot of adhesive swimming on the floor that much, right? Like if you're doing a herringbone and chevron, you may not want that much adhesive. And also, you know, you need to get 100% coverage. So some people would prefer to put the roll guard down first, so you know you're touching everything. You got everything touched, and then you use the 1500 trowel, and you still get a great moisture protection and coverage rate. Excuse me, coverage rate. But one thing that's unique about our adhesive roll guard than a lot of products out there, that, you know, if you look at a lot of other manufacturers, they'll say we'll give you unlimited moisture protection. Okay. If you use this special trowel, which you get about, I don't know, 25 to 30 square feet per gallon, you get unlimited. Okay. But if you don't use that trowel, then it's adhesive only, right? All you're getting is adhesive. You're not really getting moisture protection. With flow, you can use that trowel, usually about 30 square feet per gallon. You're going to get the quarter by quarter trowel and get unlimited. Or if you get 50 square feet per the gallon or what have you, you get 12 pounds and 85. So it's not all or nothing. You know what I mean? You still have an opportunity to get the great moisture protection. I did a lot of insurance jobs. 12 pounds moisture protection right out of the pail is fantastic. And so it's like I said, it's not like an all or nothing with us. So hopefully that clears it up, maybe.
Yeah,
But
and it's not gonna replace R540, it's just another option.
Yeah, I mean, for some people it might, but the thing about the R540 is also it is a primer on the Advantech type products, so you don't have to abrade them. So 540 is not going to go anywhere. Some guys will prefer 540. Some guys like roll guard. I'm feeling that most people will move over to roll guard just because it dries so fast, and also it's got some nice color to it. It's red where you can actually see it. So for the consumers that are paying, you know, I paid you X amount of money to put the moisture protection on the floor. You can actually kind of like see where the money went, right? And also if you feel it after you coat it, you can feel the surface on it, the texture on it. That has some pretty good build to it. So you can tell that, yeah, this is really doing a great job for us. So yeah. And it actually really taken off very well, by the way, for us.
All right,
Yes, sir.
perfect. Hopefully that that gave us a clarification
There you
that
go.
people are looking for.
Get that hard
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. Yeah, I might use that a few more times this weekend.
Yeah, there you go.
You done decorating yet? Or have you started decorating?
The whole house is decorated.
Nice. Wow.
I have yet to put my first ornament up ever in my life.
Right. You've never hung an ornament. Nothing.
Nope.
Right.
I was gone. I was in Florida for the week, and I came back, and Judy had everything up the tree. I took the tree out of the attic and helped Judy put the tree up, and then she decorated everything. And we have a lot of people coming over for a parade tomorrow. Probably 20 people. So
We live on Main Street, goes right by your house.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, how'd you know? I'll send you a video.
Well, if people are coming over, I'm figuring.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, send me a video of that,
Yeah,
please.
that makes sense.
Yeah. All right. Oh, another thing that I heard a bunch about, and everybody was like, "Oh, did you hear about?" If I heard it one more freaking time, at convention, you were doing some kind of a contest,
Oh
spreading
yes.
contest. Yeah,
That
let me hear this because I might throw it out there at one of the Christmas schools or both. I'm not sure.
This was a lot of fun, man. We did fastest adhesive spreading spreader, I guess you would say it, in a contest. So we'd start with a pail of flow, and the bucket had to be sitting flat on the ground. The trowel had to be sitting flat on the ground. We say go, and then they got to trowel out the sheet of plywood and time who the fastest guy was. And we had a lot of people enter the contest. It was very close. We got down to two guys. The winner from every group got a Bose. I think they were Bose headphones. Pretty sure they were the nice headphones, $350 headphones, really nice. And so we had two guys that won the who won the grand prize? Jorge Perez in Seattle won the grand prize, and Willie Short won also. The two fastest installers. That was pretty cool to see people spread adhesive that fast.
Now, is it just spreading adhesive or was it laying wood too?
No, just spreading adhesive. I don't know what they did in their off time. So what they had to do was start with the one end of the plywood and get it. They had to get within an inch of all four sides of the plywood, and then and there were some fast guys, man. It was cool, and from guys from all different parts of the country. So,
So what was the average time?
oh man, I don't know, but it's funny because you could see like, well, I'd say go. A guy would pour out his adhesive and then he'd push the pail away from him. And right away I go, nope, he lost. You know what I mean? Because he's working the other direction. He should have slid the pail behind him. You know what I mean? But as soon as you did that first move of pushing the pail away from him, I thought, nope, that was the wrong move. You're going the wrong direction with that. And so you got to be, the guys would get their motions down, their movements down really quick. So you're not wasting any movement at all. And one thing we wanted to do by doing that is highlight how fast and easy the adhesive trowels. I mean, it trowels like a dream. So it was a lot of fun, man. It was a lot of fun to get together and then do that. It was pretty cool.
Do you ever go to the city floors,
Yes, yes, yes.
fastest nailer?
Yep, yep. That's that's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, that's amazing to watch.
Yes.
That really is unbelievable. I wonder if we can incorporate this there.
I'm sure we could ask them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The guys get pretty amped up about it, man. And everybody likes the competition and what have you. And so yeah, it was a lot of fun. And nice giveaway prize for that.
And the guys who won are all West Coast guys.
No, because they got down to Willie Short, who's out of Louisiana, and Jorge, who's up in Seattle. So you had the East Coast. I guess it would be West Coast. Oh, well, West Coast for sure, and
West
the North,
Coast and the South.
and
Yeah,
the South, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So it's pretty cool. Yep, but the guys
Uh,
from all over the country were entered into it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I would have liked to seen the times of East Coast guys or Northeast guys versus everybody else.
You think they're slower
I
or
would
faster?
think so. I would think so because there's just a lot less of it. A
Yeah,
lot less of full trowel adhesives. Everybody's got a seller.
I would bet the fastest adhesive people in the country are either in California or Florida. I would bet
Yeah.
because they're
Yes.
big slab markets. Maybe Texas, but I would put my money on those states.
And I would put my money on fastest nailers from Northeast, East Coast guys.
Yeah,
I got to throw
yeah.
some
I
Midwest guys
I
in there.
I could see that. Yep.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, especially from what I've seen at the fastest nailer contest.
Yeah.
That's that's crazy. They added a new one now too, is hand nail, not hand nailing, but using
Oh, though
a
without
hand
the
nailer and not pneumatics.
no kidding.
Yeah.
That would be
Yep.
it also would be interesting to see the speed of them versus the guys using pneumatic nailers. The times, you know what I mean?
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy how close it was.
Really?
Yeah.
No
Yep.
kidding.
Yeah.
Wow, wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. I finally got to go to my first one last year, so I was pretty yeah, I
Yeah,
always had a school or something going on. So I've always wanted to get out there and see that. That's pretty big. So
yeah, pretty cool.
I'm gonna talk to Mike and see if we can do
Yeah,
a fastest adhesive trowel. That could be fun too.
yeah. Then here's what you do. Then you take the fastest nailer and the fastest adhesive guy and have them both lay the floor. I would put my money on the adhesive guy.
Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Laying adhesive and throwing the floor in?
Yes.
Oh,
Versus nailing the floor down.
no, I
That's
don't
your
think so.
that's your Northeast mentality.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't think so, man.
100%. 100%. You should be the adhesive guy should win.
Wow. All right. Now we got to have that. Now we got to
Yeah.
do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Huh. That sounds
Yeah.
interesting.
Yes, it does.
That convention was pretty cool.
I put $100 on the adhesive guy.
I'll tell you what, I'll take that bet.
Okay.
If we can make it happen,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to get the two top guns
Yeah. It's got to be. Yeah. I got to look at who's going to
and
be.
just perform for us. Perform
Yes.
for us. Yeah, we got $100 on this. And I'll give my 100 to the winner.
You give him 300 just to not lose to me. All right. What else, Rob? We're kind of going around the block here.
Yeah, we're going all over the place here, but at that convention, we did a podcast where we had Kareen, our machine guy, on, and that was really a popular podcast. A lot of people really enjoyed that. So we kind of did that at the convention where we had me and Kareen and Larry from the West Coast, the three of us. And while you were doing your adhesive show, we were doing the machine show. And
I am so sorry for taking everybody away from your demo.
I know that's what you think, but we had to constantly bring in extra seats. We were sold out, standing room only. So
Wow.
yeah, it went over really good.
Where is
But
the okay, go ahead.
but one of the things that came from that was, of course, training, right? And
Yeah.
we've had a few guys who were there. I know you guys do the machine training, but that's usually just for guys who do that for a living. We think you should open that up to everybody. He said, because, this one guy was like, I live out in, such and such Tennessee, and there's no machine repair guys around me.
Yeah.
He goes, so I would send a lead guy out to that school. So the conversation started tooling around, and Bonus said, yeah, that's a good idea. We'll definitely do that, and try to get more guys involved that aren't just equipment repair guys, but more, one lead guy from a crew or whatever. But now we're going to take it a step further, and they are making all sorts, tons and tons for 2025 training videos, on our e-learning platform, the Todd
Yeah.
Schutte stuff. They're going to make all sorts of training videos, step by step, how to do this, how to do that. So, you know, from this convention, ideas start spreading around, and that one spread like wildfire.
Wow.
Everybody was like, that's the way to go. That's it. That's all we
Okay.
need
Okay.
is, how to change out the shock on the handle of the power drive and the buffer, and how to, you know what I mean. I don't have to get too
Yeah.
involved with it, but all those, little simple things, how to pop the squeegees out of the, because I always have a problem with that. Pop the squeegees out of the power
Power
scrubber.
scrubber.
All these things. So now Kareen and the machine guys are getting together with Todd and the e-learning people, and they're going to start producing all sorts of videos. And I don't want to take credit for it, but I'm pretty sure that this is all going to be my idea.
Oh, very nice.
How do
Okay.
you like that?
Yeah,
Huh?
pretty. Yeah. Well, you got to pump
Yeah.
yourself up. If you
Hell
can't
yeah.
do it,
Nobody else will.
no, 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 no. Yeah, God, no. All right. Good stuff, Rob. Listen, I don't know if we're going to talk again on this podcast before Christmas. So, for you and your family, hope you have a wonderful holiday and you have your grandkids together and your bride and everybody. You're on the road so much, it's crazy. So I hope you get to spend some time at home and enjoy yourself a little bit. And it's always fun doing this with you. And whenever in my travels, people always ask about you, and I always tell them, no, yeah, he's a great guy when he's not drinking. So thanks for everything this year.
No, I appreciate it. Don't you and I have to exchange gifts and then open them up? Isn't that our thing that we do? Or do we only do that one time?
What do you have close by you? Just grab something. Say it was from me.
Oh, go out and buy yourself something
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, something pretty. I don't know. I'm going to see you in. Hey, I'm going to see you in Nashville at the
Hey,
school.
we got 2 huge weeks. Could not be more excited about the next 2 weeks. Next week we have our Christmas school in Denver, and we have our Christmas school in New Jersey. I'll be at that one, me and Santa. And then the week after, we'll be down in Nashville doing the Christmas school down there, starring Wayne Highlander.
Mhm.
Everybody's going to be happy to see you with Santa. Pauline's coming to that one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait a minute, it gets better. So you know how I dress up as Santa, right?
Yeah, yeah.
She got a Mrs. Claus costume.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Oh yeah, we're gonna kill it. We're gonna
Yeah.
kill it in Nashville.
Okay.
You're speechless now, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I really am. I had some things that I just keep to myself.
No, don't.
No, no,
That's not what this show is about.
it's okay. That's pretty hot. Um, yes, I'll see you down there for sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
looking
looking
forward to it.
forward to it.
Yeah,
Gonna be a nice way to bring the holidays in.
yeah.
So we're pumped.
All right. Well, happy holidays, everybody. Merry Christmas, however you celebrate it. And hope everybody has a safe holiday season with their family and get back out there and start cranking it up again for 2025. It's been another episode of On the Floor with Wayne and Rob. Please stay tuned for another episode.